Hi. The brand spanking new pride of the British Navy, HMS Prince of Wales, embarked from Portsmouth to join the joint North American exercise in the Atlantic. Built with a cost of over $3 billion, it barely pulled out of the harbour when it developed technical difficulties, eventually limping back into the port. Come to think of it, the whole farce is indicative of the state of the UK. Prince Charles himself, future king, Prince of Wales, is mired in scandal and sleaze and wants to rule rather than reign, an inbred of seriously limited abilities. Surrounded by courtiers, flunkies, brown-nosers, poses a real problem for the establishment. How would they manage to and sustain the transition from once old sourpuss pops her clogs, as this physically repulsive, unpopular creature will assume the already absurd title of head of state? But I digress. Perhaps the unhappy condition of the HMS Prince of Wales is a shining example of how our rapidly failing nation state, an overblown, useless folly, as tens of millions prepare to meet a long, hard winter of heat or eat, or maybe neither. Just about to be dismissed Home Secretary Priti Patel was planning to employ the Royal Navy to somehow repel the migrants from landing on our sacred shores. Why bother? If I was one of the unfortunates arriving in a dinghy, I'd become aware of a terrible stench as the white cliffs drew ever closer. Then the sight of dead seabirds, marine life floating on the surface, followed by patches of brown, festooned with turds, wet wipes, sanitary products, a sargasso sea of filth and effluence. I'd be getting second thoughts about proceeding further, contemplating turning back. Maybe our authorities should leave the dinghies on the beach so the disillusioned migrants could return once they discovered the true nature of the UK. Possibly some of us, unable to exit the continent due to the horrendous delays, could avail ourselves of this more reliable form of transport. Even a mass evacuation using the HMS Prince of Wales would probably end floating helplessly in the polluted channel. Bye.